I wanted to show my current assassin build that I'm using to farm while I still can get the most out of it. I know I actually have pretty decent attack rating. I gotta see what it says in the character screen when I'm hitting Bale or something. This is what I'm gonna be hitting him with this. Not hitting him with this, hitting him with these. But pretty decent attack rating, so I actually don't think I'll have to respec anything. Got 7,500 damage on my lightning sentry. I was actually thinking about going with a Thorns aura for my mercenary, but I decided to go with Holy Freeze just for a little extra crowd control. I got an Insight, G-Face, and then Prudence for the res. I was gonna actually put Viper Magi to get an extra plus to skills for Thorns or whatever, but then I realized he basically just dies really easily. The objective isn't really to get him hit since I'm using him with Insight. Since I'm using Enigma, I'm just going to teleport him out of harm's way anyways. There's no real need for the Thorns Aura. I actually probably benefit more from the Holy Freeze. So I got Heart of the Oak, just the +3 for laying traps. These +3 martial arts gloves with 20 IAS on them. I got a BK ring, Arachnid's Mesh, Raven Frost, Goblin Toes, Spirit Monarch, +2 the traps, 17 FCR amulet. I got Enigma, and then I got a Tiara with +2 to assassin skills, 20 FCR, some strength, some attack rating, max damage, and then all res. This is what I'm kicking them with. I got Lacerator, and then I got Gurks for the extra resistances. They're still not as high as I would like them, so I mean, I'm probably going to get a Sanctuary Shield, Coco Mal, probably in a Monarch, so that I can just boost my reses up a little bit more. But aside from that, I was using Atmoscarab, but I realized since I get such a high percentage from the Lacerator that I actually don't need to use Atmos, and I can boost my trap damage up a little bit with this. So without further ado, let me show you this on a Bale run. Oh, I almost forgot. Here goes the skill tree. Oh damn, I didn't even realize I had Tiger Strike. I literally don't really even use it, honestly. But I actually am going to try it on the Bale run, see if I can use it on the final wave and charge him up and then hit him with my Dragon Talon against Bale. So that'll be cool. So this is actually kind of respect for when they push patch 2.4 out. So I got this, Tiger Strike, and then Dragon Talon. I like Tiger Strike just for the big boost to physical damage, since I'm using traps in addition to it. Then I got Claw Mastery and Burst of Speed. How much did I put? I only put 1 point into Claw Mastery. Alright. I got level 11 Burst of Speed, and then basically got all my traps maxed out. I think, yeah, I pretty much got all my traps. Yeah, I got all my traps maxed out. So, I mean, ideally I would have an Infinity Mercenary so that I would do even more damage with my traps. But at the same time, this is just fine, honestly. Anything that doesn't die from the traps, I can kick them down. And yeah, once I get that Sanctuary Shield, Coco Mal, and whatever I put it in, I might put it in a Bone Shield, just different style. But once I get that, then her resistances will be pretty much topped out. And then I'll be a lot safer when I'm kicking stuff. I usually, unless I'm running Ubers, I'm not even going to really bother with using Call to Arms, the Battle Order and all that stuff. That would help probably more with my mercenary than my character herself. But yeah, here's all the stats. This is when I'm kicking. Faster cast rate doesn't really matter because I'm going to be doing that on swap. Only have 25 crushing blows, so this, I would probably switch the helmet out for G-Face if I was going to be doing like Ubers or something like that, just so I would kill him a little bit faster, get like the 50, 60 crushing blow, something in that area. But for this, for doing boss runs and just clearing levels out and stuff like that, this is perfectly fine in my opinion. And then I really like the Lacerator just for the fact that I don't have to use Atmoscarab on this. So yeah, this is pretty much my final build on this. On swap though, look at that, 131 faster cast rate. So I have the highest faster cast rate. I think it's like one, let me actually look. Yeah, 102. I don't really think anybody's gonna hit 174, but that's not really that good of a breakpoint anyways. Honestly, it's still gonna be slow in comparison to like a barbarian or a paladin or a sorceress, of course.
Thanks.
Alright, as you could see, without quite as much crushing blow, the boss doesn't go down quite as fast, but I was using the Tierra for that FCR for the stronger traps, but really ideally I'd probably use G-Face in this, and then I'm gonna just cut straight to me fighting specifically Bale by himself. I'm not gonna show you the waves or anything again. So I mean, really I could keep this on and just keep a G-Face. I could just keep a G-Face in the cube, swap to G-Face just to take out Bale that much quicker. It's not really the damage so much as the crushing blow that's really taking out the high health pool enemies faster. And that's what makes the Assassin currently a better boss killer than a smiter. Much less resistances, lower block rate, not as safe, but can kill him faster. After the patch goes through where the attack rating, see that 79% chance to hit Bale. Once the patch goes through, you're going to only hit Bale at the very max 95% of the time. So use this build while you still can. It currently hits him 100% of the time. It can get interrupted. So if I had a Pride Mercenary, then I'd basically not get knocked back as much. But at the same time, you know, I would probably rather have Infinity ideally with this build. As you can see, using the G-Face and the Lacerator, it does take down Bale a little bit faster. I didn't get the best RNG on that run, unfortunately. But now I'm going to show you using Death, G-Face, and Goblin Toes in addition to Atmas. So the amp damage is not going to proc quite as often as it would if I was using... I'm actually going to switch the shield out so that I can get, whatchamacallit, so that I can get my 7 kicks instead of 6 kicks. But I'm going to have, let's see, what is this, 80, where's the Crushing Blow? Oh yeah, so I'm always going to be hitting with Crushing Blow. I'm not going to be proccing Amplify damage quite as much, but doing double damage against him on this much damage is not that much damage in the first place, so it's not really a big deal. Actually, I believe when you're using these charge up skills that you're actually going to get more out of using non-kick attacks. So after the new patch, you're probably going to be better off going with a Trapsin and then something that attacks with something along the lines of like Dragon Claw, Claws of Thunder, Fists of Fire, Blades of Ice. One of these type of things as opposed to a kick, because the kick uses damage from the boots and you're not going to get that much damage, but you're going to be able to proc amplify damage a lot from this, and then you're going to deliver Crushing Blow very consistently. That's the reason why Storm Lash is like best in slot, because it's got like 33 Crushing Blow in addition to the chance to proc Static Field, which takes a big chunk of their life away right as soon as it activates. That's why Crescent Moon's not a bad choice for this. But I think that's better just to push your Crushing Blow over the top. Let's see, with this I have 60% Crushing Blow, so I could do Crescent Moon, and I'll show that either at the end of this, or I'll show this and that'll be the video. Or, I mean, I might as well show you me against Bale with Crescent Moon in addition to using this. I think I would actually need to throw a different ring on though in order to hit that that break point, because I don't have quite enough dexterity to hold the majority of the phase blades except for like this and silence. But when I was using it before, Crescent Moon wasn't proccing Static Field quite as often as I would like, so I went for Crushing Blow instead. Let me know what you think though. Let me know if you like Crescent Moon on the kicks. And I was using it and I had to swap out a ring so that I could get dexterity, but then when I take the ring off, I only get 6 kicks when I take the ring off, unless I take off something right here, or unless I put a different helmet on. So you're gonna lose one of your kicks, or I would have to take away one of these trap skillers and put another martial arts skiller in the inventory, which I don't think I have another one. Pretty sure I don't have another martial arts skiller. So yeah, it's all just preference at a certain point. It takes out the boss pretty fast either way you want to flip it. Alright, I've been swapping a couple pieces of gear out. I put Crescent Moon on, but in order to hold it without having to change my BK ring or my belt or my boots, I have to put on Night Wings so that I don't have to take off Atmas. So my Crushing Blow is going to suffer. I'm going to have 25% chance of Crushing Blow. on the next run, what I'm going to do is I'm going to wear G-Face. So I'll still get 7 kicks. And then I'm going to use Shaper's Hammer, which actually has a higher chance to proc Static Field. So in my mind, I'm thinking Shaper's Hammer is going to do better than Crescent Moon. But we'll see. Is the increased attack speed going to do better? If I was to respec my character and be able to wear G-Face while also holding Crescent Moon, do you think it would be better than Shaper's Hammer? Because I think that the attack speed on Shaper's Hammer combined with my burst of speed is enough to overcompensate for the fact that it's not a phase blade. That's just my opinion. But let's see how this does with 25 Crushing Blow against Bale. That's definitely not as fast. What I suspect the issue was right there was that I didn't have enough Crushing Blow. I think you gotta have at least like 50 or 60 Crushing Blow, which on this, using Shaper's Hammer, I've got 60 Crushing Blow. If I was using this with Stormlash, I'd have like 93. I actually saw, if you look back at the Crescent Moon, I saw the moment when the static field kicked in and it knocked that 25% of his health right off, and that's great and everything, but not having the Crushing Blow really lowers the kill speed. So this might make up for it, but I think when I'm using whatchamacallit, when I'm using Stormlash compared to this, it would be much better. I actually might try to trade for Stormlash, but I don't know if it's really worth it. It probably is still worth it. I mean, next time I get, what, like a Ohm Rune or something, Vex Rune or a Low Rune or whatever they want for a Stormlash, I'll see what they're asking for. I'll trade a Ohm Rune for it, Ohm Ist Pull or something like that for it. I don't know about a Low Rune or a Sir Rune, that's asking a bit much, but I don't know. It'll be a good feeling to find one on my own, really, honestly. Let me know what you guys think. Okay, here goes this build. This is the last one for the video. After this, we out. So I think there's a lot of RNG involved, but I definitely think the Shaper's Hammer is not as good as Death, and arguably not as good as even Crescent Moon, because it's harder to find. Crescent Moon, you can kind of make that on demand. But honestly, I like this, and then just having Death right there with Atmoscarab. Honestly think it's the best of all worlds. You got over 100% Crushing Blow. You only really need 60, 50, something like that. But, you know, pushing it over the 70s or whatever, you're really just going to be taking enemies out really fast with your kicks. I think even after the next patch. I've tried with, you know, PTR builds and stuff like that, but until they actually drop the patch and I try it on this without respecking or changing any things, I'm not going to really be able to give my full opinion on it. I'm not too happy that they're nerfing Dragon Talon, but at the same time, you know, maybe there will be a better build that requires a little bit more activity and more skill that could actually possibly be faster. It's not going to be with kicks, though. Since the charge-up skills are going to work different, there might actually be a martial arts one that can actually beat the previous one. It's going to take a hell of a player to do it, though. Let me know what you guys think, though. Everybody have a great day. Appreciate you, and I'll see you on the next one.